everyone, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. I don't know about you if you have DollarTrees, but my DollarTree has really buffed up their crafts and art section. There are so many different ideas and tools, all for $1. So I decided I would pick up a few things and see what kind of fun art, crafty things I could create. For my first project, I decided to choose this wooden tray. It's just a basic craft wood tray, and I thought it would be fun to create a folk art looking theme to this. Now my DollarTree does have acrylic craft paint that they sell there, but I have so much in my studio, I'm just using that along with some craft paint brushes that I have. I wanted a fun like peachy tone for the background, so I mixed my own colors, and then I wanted to feature two songbirds. Now here is a art tip for you if you're painting with acrylic paint. Some paints are pretty transparent. I find yellow tends to be very transparent, so if you have a drawing or a design or other colors underneath and you paint yellow over top of that, it tends to show the color or pattern underneath. To help avoid that, I painted the birds white first because it's a really dense paint, and then when I add my yellow on top of that, it'll really make that other color pop. I am not good at drawing symmetric things. It's a big challenge that I have, and I didn't want to have a lot of sketching and erasing marks. So for my flowers, because I knew I wanted them to be super symmetric, I went ahead and cut out a template just out of paper. So if you're like me and have a hard time drawing that design over and over again, there's a little tip: make yourself a template. I just made it out of some scratch notebook paper and then went ahead and painted them red. I did notice that the red wasn't as dense as I had first hoped, so probably if I did this again, I would do the same trick with the flowers that I did with the birds and paint them white as well. But I went ahead and just added 2 or 3 coats of red paint, and that covered up the edges, and I knew I was going to add a border over them anyway, so it will all work out at the end. While those are drying, it's time to add in some detailing. So I'm adding in the branches that the birds are going to sit on, and I use a thin lining craft brush for this. I think all in all, this tray took me just an afternoon to create. I had to set it aside every once in a while so I could let my paints dry before I continued on painting, but it was really fun and relaxing. I actually ended up purchasing several different trays and other crafty things like some boxes and stuff. So if you'd be interested in seeing videos on how those turned out, let me know in the comment section below. And let me know, what things would you paint on your tray? I love to use a lot of color, and as an artist that can be a detriment to me because I don't always pre-plan my color palette. Some artists are so good at that. Before they're even finished with like their idea of the sketch, they have the idea that they're going to use these shades of color, where I'm just like, I'm the kid who grabbed every single crayon from the box and was like, I'm gonna use them all. So this folk art piece worked really well for me because I could use just pretty much any color I wanted, because it's all about being bright and cheery and simplistic. So did I make any mistakes? Yes, I did. There were a few times I dripped paint and I had to go back and fix them. If you pay close attention, there are spots where I put little white dots over dripped paint so that you couldn't see them. And then later on, I decided to give an outlining border of black. And for that, I used a black Posca pen, which I hadn't tested on the wood before. And it looks cool, but if you get up close, it kind of bled along the grain line. So it's a little fuzzy. If I had to do this over again, probably wouldn't use my Posca pen for this. After I'd finished the painting, I went back in with a clear varnish to kind of protect everything. I'm not exactly certain what I'm going to use the tray for. Right now, it's just holding random art supplies. As I'm working, I can toss them in there. It keeps them organized, but you could, of course, use this tray for just about anything. But this was a fun little find at my Dollar Tree. I really enjoyed doing this art project, and I hope you enjoyed coming along the journey with me in creating this. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye-bye!